Rajeshwari, pursuing from the third year. I'm privileged to get this opportunity to introduce great personality, Mr. Sunil S. Chiplankar. Sunil sir's academic qualifications include B.Pharm 1990 and M.Pharm Pharmacology in 1992, MBA Marketing from IGNOR and the National Open University, and qualified GATE and Indomat, and improved test for management. As a B.Pharm student, Sir won National Level Commendation and Certificate Commendation Award at New Delhi in debate, represented Karnataka at Indian Pharmaceutical Congress elocution contest 3 times, 41st IPC, 42nd IPC, and 43rd IPC. In 42nd IPC and 43rd IPC, Sir was awarded with the second prize. Sir also won Best All-Rounder Student Award, Best Oral Scientific Presentation Award, and many more. Sir published many articles, authored a paper, contributor of a textbook, writer of an e-book, member of Board of Management Studies in a deemed university, author of a blog, Pharmaceutical Healthcare, and Sunil sir had a working experience at 9 different companies in different positions as senior product manager, executive senior product manager, and marketing manager. Sir has robust experience in hands-on execution and strategic creation for in-clinic activity in pharmacy, install, and CME activities. Also in combining in sales management, achievement of sales targets and business development across India and abroad. Sunil sir has tremendous skill sets. He is a coordinator, planner, facilitator, motivational speaker, etc. Sir delivered more than 35 professional talks in many colleges and spent his valuable time inspiring students. Thank you, sir, for sparing your time. I'm with us, looking forward for a great learning experience. I extend my warm welcome to you, sir. Over to you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Thank you, Rajeshwari. That was a lovely introduction. Uh, okay, I'll start with an interesting question to all. Let's see what you will answer in the message. I opened the chat so I can see what sort of messages you are going to type. I'll ask you one question, okay? The question is, what do you think is the best way to start a communication? I will repeat the question. What do you think is the best way to start communication? You can type it in the message. Greeting, very nice. Yes, Rajeshwari. The answer that I was looking for, Bhuwana has also given it. Appreciation, lovely answer, Ramya. Nancy also has given the important answer of greeting, interests of topic. Yes, exactly. So, the way to break the ice, ICE, not EYES. The way to break the ice is to start with a smile. Yes, definitely. It is only when you start with a smile that the conversation and the communication process starts. But do we smile? This is one of the unfortunate things that I have observed in my entire career. We are even scared to smile in some of the contexts. We feel that it is going to create more of a problem if I smile. Better have a neutral face. Like, if you are going for a visa photo, the photographer will say, have a neutral face. So no smile. You will give a very neutral face and then you will start the conversation. Well, it doesn't work like that in real life. The smile is the most important and the most beautiful thing aspect of communication. Now, I'll emphasize why we pharmacists need to understand the importance of the smile. This concept is very important. Let us try to understand why communication is very important. As I said, the icebreaker is the smile. When you are approaching an individual, whether it is a doctor or whether it is a patient during your in-clinic activity or in-hospital activity, the most important aspect that a person sees is the person's smile. The smile is also a very important aspect, and you should know which type of smile to sport. The smile is the best icebreaker to start the conversation, whether it is on technical aspects or whether it is on patient counseling or trying to understand the drug-drug interactions, or it is understanding the posology. Okay, now let me ask you the next question. Okay, everybody ready to type? Let us see who will give the first answer for this question. My question is very simple. Write the brand names of 5 bath soaps. Yes, it's a very simple question. Write the 5 bath soap brand names immediately. Instantly, please type the names of 5 bath soaps. Okay, Santur, next. Let us see. 5 bath soaps. Please don't type only one. I want 5 bath soaps. Yes, I am seeing a lot of Santur, Lux, Lifebuoy, Lux, Dove, Lux, Persona. Very fast, huh? Nisarga, very good. Lux, Dove, Lux, Santur, Lux, Dove, Lux, Pierce. Oh, it gives you a very, very big and most important lesson to you. Okay. Has anybody recommended you to use a particular soap, or why is it that you are recollecting the first brand name? Many of you have written Lux. I want to understand why that Lux or Medimex or Dettol, Dove, whatever the brand name came to your mind. Why did that come to your mind first? Please write the reason. I want to know the reason why you wrote Santur. Are wah, Fatima, Malia Fatima, she has hit the nail on the head, because even Srikanth has given the very important point, because it gives much ads in TV, Bollywood advertise. Excellent. I'm driving you a very important home truth here. See, it may be a routine example that I have taken, but this is the most important aspect that I have emphasized to you, that in Hindi it comes, Jo dikta hai, wo bikta hai. So what I'm trying to say is, because of the advertising, because of the messaging, because of the constant repetition that is happening, you are able to catch that particular brand name, and there is a recollection of that brand name immediately. So if you have to immediately go to a shop and buy a soap, probably you will buy the Santur or you will buy the Lux, because there is instant brand recall. And why did that recall happen? It is because of the constant advertising or the constant promotion, or you can say the constant communication from the brand to you. So the moral of the story is, it is very vital to communicate. It is very important to constantly give the message. When the messaging is there, the recollection is far, far better. And that recollection will make the individual reiterate the brand, and brand usage habits are created. Now, you may be wondering, as PharmD people, why is he talking about all these aspects? He's talking about the importance of continuous messaging. He's talking of the importance of a smile. Why is he talking about all these things? Well, there is a particular reason. Let me give you a very interesting story on why I am recommending that you should know how to smile a lot. Okay? So I'll have to share this thing. Just give me a moment. I will share this particular slide that I am having. Okay, I think you can see this slide. So
Sir.
you can see a film actress sporting a beautiful smile. Am I right? I cannot see your chat box, so I assume that you can see. Any guesses what the name of this actress is? You please type the name of that. Then afterwards I'll check who has typed the name correctly first. Anybody? Rajeshwari can help me. Anybody has typed the names? Can you read out the names of the actress in the chat box?
Yes, sir.
Yes, please tell me the names.
Julia Roberts.
Yes, I got it. I got the right answer. Yes, this is Julia Roberts, Rajeshwari, and everybody else. Julia Roberts is sporting a fantastic smile here. Now you can observe. Now let's go into the science and psychology of the smile. All right. I have shown two photographs here side by side. You please tell me what is the difference between these two smiles. Rajeshwari should read out the answers in the chat box. My question is, please tell me the difference between the smile seen here and the smile seen here. What is the difference of the smile? Smile and the face. Yes, please read out, Rajeshwari.
First answer is wide smiles. First smile seems to be more natural. The right smile seems to be more honest. Fake and real. First is
Ah,
artificial and second is natural. Looking
very good.
at someone and looking at camera.
Very good.
One
Then
is
any other
smile
answers?
and other is a happy smile.
Ah,
Smile with a confusion and second one is a natural one.
see how beautiful the messages are flowing in. What do you think, Rajeshwari? What is your personal take on these two smiles?
I feel the first smile is the smile when she wanted artificially or she's trying to start any conversation. That second one is a natural white smile. I think she's excited or happy.
So Rajeshwari is very smart. All these ladies are very smart because they are able to pick up the body cues very importantly. Yes, you have hit the nail on the head. Now please observe these two smiles. When in this photograph, Julia Roberts is smiling, there are dimples, and you will see what is called as a crow's nest. You can see here, this is called as a crow's nest near the eyes. And here the crow's nest is absent. This is also a correct smile. But this smile is called a Duchenne smile. And this smile without the crow's nest is called non-Duchenne smile. It's very important to understand why the smile has to be a Duchenne or a original and authentic smile. Why do I say that? Well, that is because at the University of California, there is a college called Berkeley Mills College. Okay. So in the Mills College, they studied the class photographs. Now we all outgoing students, we take a class photographs, right? So that sort of a class photograph was taken and that is kept in the various halls of fame or it will be put at various places. So the researchers, they had a brilliant idea. See from where all you can create science. So this is the science of smiling that I am talking about. This is a very important research. So they studied the class photos of the Mills College and they found that some of the girls, while posing onto the camera in that group photograph, they were smiling genuinely. Just like how you just now said that the smile with the crow's nest appears to be more genuine. So many of the girls were smiling genuinely and some of the girls were not smiling genuinely. The genuine smile is called Duchenne smile. It involves both the involuntary and voluntary muscles. So you cannot fake a Duchenne smile. In fact, the person who wants to fake it, including the dramatists and theater specialists, they find it very difficult to fake original smile. An authentic smile is involuntary, spontaneous. It is a reaction to an impulse from the environment. And here it reflects the mindset of the individual. So when a person is coming out as authentic and honest, when he is representing that Duchenne smile, amazing impact was seen because the researchers tracked down these women for 30 years. For 30 years, they tried to find out what are the events that are happening in their life. This is called as an observational study, as you are knowing. It is also called the longitudinal study. And in this longitudinal study, they found one very interesting insight, and that is the genuine smilers were blessed with happier lives in terms of marriage, well-being, and career. Now, all of you have come to this session to understand and gain the tips of communication, which will help enhance your career pursuit and also the life experiences. You want to have a happier life, isn't it? That is why you have come to this webinar or this particular meeting. And this is the solid, very important nugget of research information that I want to place in front of you and accept it that it is working 100%. So what does it mean? It means you need to have a condition called emotional agility. Please type that in the class, in the chat section. Rajeshwari, please check if people are typing emotional agility, because I cannot see the chat. Emotional agility. Please type that, because I want it to go into your mind. There are many ways of learning. One is by listening, one is by seeing, one is by reading, one is by writing. So let us have a learning session here by involving in all these four aspects. So here
Yes,
I'm representing to you emotional agility. Everybody has typed it, right?
yes,
Emotional
sir.
agility means it is the self-control that an individual has to select the type of emotion which is relevant to the situation. I repeat again, emotional agility is the trait or the characteristic of an individual to select the type and the correct or the appropriate emotion to a particular circumstance. That is called as emotional agility. Why is it important? Emotional agility is important because that creates the frame of mind. Please understand, man is not a rational being. Everybody who makes a purchase decision, it is an emotional decision. Let us go back to the example of the soaps. So we talked about the Lux soap, Dettol soap, Santur soap, and people have recollected one of these soaps as first in their recall capacity. Why? Do you think to say that Santur soap is inferior to Lux? No. Quality wise, probably, if you see the parameters, both will be equal. Santur is also a good soap. Dettol is a good soap. At the same time, Lux and all other soaps are equally good, but your selection is for either Lux or Santur or Dettol or Medimix, because there is a particular emotion attached to that particular soap. For example, a person who chooses Lux soap, the emotion is it is an aspirational brand. Film Sitaron ka Saundarya Sabun. Am I right? It is Film Sitaron ka Saundarya Sabun. So you will start thinking of a film star, or it is aspirational for you. You want to become beautiful, smart like that film star. So you select this particular. If you are selecting Dettol, the aspiration that you are having is the mood of taking care of yourself, because Dettol is the antiseptic soap. So why I'm giving you these messages? Because emotional agility refers to the capacity of an individual to select a particular emotion and make that prominent in his mind, and that becomes the frame or the mental makeup of that individual. So it is very relevant for you to self-analyze. Self-observation is the mother of emotional agility. If you are able to analyze, emotionally understand what's going on in your mind, you will develop the concept of emotional agility. That is why some people respect the meditation concept, because meditation is stilling your thoughts, stilling your mind, and reflecting in your own mind what actually are the various images and emotions which are running in your mind. If your ability to select, choose, spot the most appropriate emotion in a particular circumstance, then you will observe there is more authenticity and genuineness. What happens is, let us say you are going for a Vivavosi and you are sitting in front of the lecturer. The lecturer cracks a joke, but you are not laughing because you are tense. You are wondering what this gentleman is going to ask. Some question about what is an inverse agonist. Give me an example. What I know about what is an agonist. No, this gentleman is going to ask about what is inverse agonist. So you will start, you will not be able to laugh, but still you will be sporting a smile politely, just to ensure that you will not do it out of force of habit. So the basic idea is, if you want to be a genuine smiler, you need a concept to be very powerful in your mind, which is called emotional agility. I will give you one more example of how people succeed in life. Okay. Have you heard of the saying, backbenchers always win? Have you heard of the saying? If yes, please type yes. If no, you please type no. Backbenchers always win. There is one interesting saying. Yeah, you go to Microsoft, that guy didn't even complete his college education. So many people who have not completed their education, they have become big, big titans in their own different fields of vocation. Why is it possible? Is it because of their higher IQ? Is it because of something else? Yes, that something else is EQ. That something else is EQ. If you know what EQ stands for, please type the expansion of EQ. IQ is intelligence quotient. What is EQ? Type what is the expansion of EQ. Excellent, emotional quotient. Somebody is really very fast. What is her name? Emotional quotient. Oh, a lot of people have given that. Very good. Now let's understand the concept of emotional quotient and how it correlates to smile. I'm going to talk on different facets of communication, which will change your life. Let me assure you that. The first thing is this scientific evidence that you are seeing about the importance of smiling genuinely, because that contributes to success. Now understand the concept of what is called as emotional quotient. Backbenchers always win. Now forget you are a front bencher. Okay? Think that you are a backbencher. What will you do in a backbencher? You will sit, you will be disinterested in the class. The lecture will keep going on. You will take a paper aeroplane, throw it here. You will take a chalk piece, throw it there. Or you will be daydreaming. Or you will be making a cartoon. You will be scrolling. Basically, you will be doing everything except listening to the lecture. Then why do these backbenchers win? Because these backbenchers, they have developed a trait to understand the emotional undertones, the emotional aspects of a personality and a particular situation. High IQ people will not be able to empathize. This is the concept called as empathize. Empathy is different from sympathy. Empathy means you are imagining yourself to be in the other person's shoes. Empathy is very important for giving a very good communication message. If I'm able to empathize that these 122 kids who are here in this meeting, they are there to capture some particular simple communication tenets which will change their life radically, and they'll be able to develop into a much better human being, then I am empathizing. Empathy is not sympathy. Empathy means imagining yourself to be in the other person's shoes. That is a very important quality. Many people who are self-obsessed, who give themselves too much of self-importance, they will never ever be able to empathize. They will go on telling about themselves. You must have come across many of these elders, grumpy old people who will never understand the next generation. If you have come across any person who does not have empathy, please type yes in the chat section. If you have come across any person who does not have empathy, please type yes. Let us see if people have understood that concept. Yes, you can type the message. I am watching the chat. If you have found any person, you don't have to type his name, please. If you have found a person who does not empathize, who does not have the quality of empathy, please type yes. Yes, I'm not able to see any answers. Can I see the answers? Yes, 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 yes. Amruta is saying yes. Prasanna, Bhuwana, Maliha, Fatima, yes, very good. So you have come across many of these people who don't have any empathy. Forget about sympathy. Sympathy is another concept. I'm talking about empathy. Empathy means the person should try to understand what is happening in the emotional box, the black box of the other individual. Now, these backbenchers, they will have high emotional quotient and empathy. They are able to understand what emotion is there in that person's mind, and they are able to frame a conversation in that angle, and they are able to capture the attention of that person, and that is why they are able to become very successful. So empathy is a very important aspect for making a successful communication. If you want to succeed in giving a good message to the other individual, like for example, you are all Pharm students, you have gone for the rounds. When you are going to the rounds, and when there is a patient sitting there, you should immediately empathize with that patient. What could be the frame of the mind of that patient? Look at the body cues. Depending on that, try to communicate with that person. Most probably, that person will be sick, tired, weary, and frustrated. So, in that context, if you are going to be harsh, that individual is not going to respond to you in a proper manner. Learn to empathize, understand what is the frame of mind of that individual. You know, one very interesting thing, this is a beautiful statement that I have come across. It is not what you say which creates the fight. Please listen carefully. It is not what you say creates a fight or an argument. It is how you say that creates the fight or argument. It is the tone of your voice which creates the tremendous impact. For example, if you are sitting in a particular seat and a gentleman comes and he rudely says, "Akade hogu," move that side. What would be the impact on your mind? Total annoyance. Maybe you will become furious also, depending on how hungry you are. If you are a very hungry person, it's afternoon. If somebody speaks rudely to you, you will feel like giving him a tamacha. I think that is how you will feel like doing. Well, it is the tone of voice. And why is the tone of voice improper? Because the emotional agility is not there. Please understand, emotional agility and empathy can change the way you are responding to people, responding to situations, and carrying conversations. If you are able to control the way you are thinking and feeling, very important, thinking and feeling, because everything is an emotional basis. The way you feel should be responsible, and it should be proper and appropriate to that situation. And with that emotion, you should be able to communicate. If you are having that emotional quotient, of which empathy is a very important part, you will be able to dramatically change the way people are responding to you. Just imagine you are a teacher, okay? And the teacher gets into the class with a dull face, with a morose, grumpy face, and he is having a slouchy gait. And then, without even wishing you people, okay, let us learn about clinical pharmacokinetics today. And then he starts writing the equations of the first compartment, second compartment, and so on. Do you think the kids are going to get attracted to that? The way people speak is as important as what you speak. This is the most important point that I am emphasizing. The way you speak is as or more important than what you speak. Okay, now I'll ask a very interesting question. Please write down the name of your, what do you say, favorite or a very striking politician. Please write down the name of a favorite or striking politician. I am not asking a political question, but I am asking you some interesting insight which I want to deliver to you. Please write down the name of a politician who is very impressive to you. Like it could be Narendra Modi, it could be Malla Reddy, it could be so many names. Okay, I will type the name and you will be shocked. Okay, I have typed my favorite politician in capital letters. You please type that name. I want to see whether you got the name which I typed. I typed a particular name. It is a shocking, it is a shocker for all of you. Yes, Amrita, you're first. You understood. I wrote Lalu Prasad Yadav. Now you must be wondering, this guy, Why is he liking Lalu Prasad Yadav of all the people? I'll explain to you. Please understand, we are not talking about the political values or his history, etc., etc. Imagine, Lalu Prasad Yadav is an individual who has not studied much. He is very rustic in his talent and his communication, and he was able to captivate the voters, and he became the CM 2-3 times. Just imagine, he was able to draw the voters despite various defects. Why was he able to mesmerize the audiences? Why was the voters casting their franchise towards Lalu Prasad Yadav? Can anybody type in the what you think made voters believe in Lalu Prasad Yadav? Type there in the message so that I can see what made people vote for Lalu Prasad Yadav. I will give you a big secret of communication which will make you understand the importance of communication prowess. Yes, communication with people, the way he gave his speech, beautiful, because he could understand his problem. That everybody will understand. Good sense of humor. Amulya hit the nail on the head. He came across as genuine. Please understand, he may not have been genuine. He came across as genuine because of his voice modulation. You know why I like Amitabh Bachchan? Not because of his height, because of his voice. Amitabh Bachchan's baritone, deep voice was responsible for captivating the audiences, and this has rendered huge number of fan following for him. Voice is a very important aspect. So I'm going systematically. Please understand the sequence in which I'm going. I talked about the importance of smile, which is a very important icebreaker, and it will genuinely establish the relationship with your compatriots or the persons who are with you. You remember, there are two types of smiles. One is the Duchenne smile, second is the non-Duchenne smile. So when you are going to the Viva OC, don't go with the non-Duchenne smile. Subconsciously, that lecturer will understand, ye false smile dal rahi hai, so he will not give marks for that. Go with a genuine smile and see the magic which will happen. The establishment of a rapport takes place. And when you talk with a very good smile, please understand, it is not what you talk, but it is the tonal quality. It is the way you express. Remember that old saying, it is not what you speak which causes the argument or fight. It is how you speak. So the tonal quality of your voice is going to change the flavor of your conversation and the impact your communication has on the recipient of the message. See, communications, another word is messaging. Okay? Communications, another word is messaging. So when you are giving a message to the other person, whether it is spoken or whether it is written, the important quality is empathy. Write and speak with the empathy quality. Empathy quality means you should try to visualize and understand what is the mental makeup of the person who is the recipient of your message. I have come across several medical representatives. You know how they detail a product or recommend the product? Doctor, greetings to you. Doctor, here we have got a very interesting product and this is a beautiful product. Doctor, please prescribe this product. It has got, please give you available support. You know, the way they speak, there is no confidence in their voice. There is no clarity. There is no tonal quality. Where is the medical representative or the person who is going to represent that message? How is he going to successfully create a customer? He will never be able to, because the messaging quality is poor due to the lack of voice modulation, due to the lack of empathy. If empathy is low, it means emotional quotient is very low. Please understand these concepts. It is very vital. Now, before I go to the empathy aspect as well as voice modulation aspect, I will go back to the smile story which I had left in between. So let us understand the smile story now. So we were talking about the Duchenne smile. Okay. So this Duchenne smile is a very important aspect, and they found that the genuine smilers were blessed with the happier lives in terms of marriage, well-being, and career. So if you have got lack of emotional agility, start doing self-observation. When you do self-observation, you will realize what is your emotional makeup. You will not know. Many a times you will be speaking probably in an irritable manner, and that is the reason why some of your friends or colleagues are put off by you. So it is important for you to understand tonal quality is important, smiling quality is important, and it better be a Duchenne smile with lot of emotional agility. So this is the Duchenne smile, where the orbicularis oculi muscle, which is located here, orbicularis oculi muscle, will get into contraction phase and leading to the crow's nest formation. So that is how the Duchenne smile is created. In fact, they have measured with various types of photonic instruments what is the degree of crow's nest that is required to suggest a genuine smile. It is to that depth that analysis has been done. So even if you are a good investigator, this is an important aspect. You can do a research paper, impact of Duchenne smile on patient well-being and patient response. Another researcher can do a study, study of influence of Duchenne smile on patient response behavior. So many interesting dimensions are there. That is how new knowledge is created, and that is the research spirit. Now, in the Duchenne smile, it may be wholehearted, and here you have got a partial Duchenne, and this is the typical Botox smile. It is the non-Duchenne smile. You must have gone in flights, haven't you? So in all those flights, you will find a number of these people. They are called air hostesses. How do they behave? When you enter, they smile at you and say, welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, is that a Duchenne smile? Here is the example of an air hostess. Is this air hostess giving a Duchenne smile? Yes or no? Please type in the chat box. Rajeshwari will read out to me. Rajeshwari, tell me what they have read out, what they have typed. Is it a Duchenne smile? Yes or no?
Maximum no, sir. Few
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. Yes, people, please understand you are getting fooled by this pretty lady. She is not giving you a Duchenne smile. It is a non-Duchenne smile. There is no crow's nest, and it is a very artificial smile. In fact, the non-Duchenne smile is also called as a Pan Am smile. What is a Pan Am smile? Pan American Airlines, right? So Pan Am smile. So they always say the air hostesses have got a Pan Am smile. It is not a Duchenne smile. It is not an original smile. One of the reasons why the success of Obama took place was that he was a genuine smiler. It was very authentic. And when he was representing to the voters about his ideas, strategies for upliftment of the country, he came across as a very genuine person. That is why he could serve as 2 terms. And the secret sauce of his success was that genuine smile. It has been studied. And ladies, you also have to look at the gents. Gents also can have this type of a smiling behavior where you are seeing the real smile and you have seen the fake smile also. So I'll ask a very funny question. Have you come across fake smilers in your life? Yes or no? Have you come across non-Duchenne smilers? Yes or no? Everybody is typing yes. So obviously you have understood there are so many people who are out there fooling you as if you have got a genuine smile, but it is not a genuine smile. And please understand, genuine smile can be a game changer in your life. So if you don't have the ability to sport a genuine smile, don't think it's a mistake. See, a lot of conditionings take place because of our upbringing. Start thinking about the concept of emotional agility. Okay? Emotional agility. Emotional agility is the capacity of an individual to pick the appropriate emotion to a situation. such genuine people who have got strong emotional agility. This is a scientific concept, it's a term, emotional agility, which comes through self observation. That individual will be able to re engineer his smile. And when his smiling behavior changes, his communication pattern itself changes, and he is able to engage in very good relationships. Today, I went to a interesting seminar, and that was a psychiatrist who spoke there, and he gave the list of 2 3 things which actually contribute to happiness in an individual. Again, it is a psychiatrist who gave a scientific talk. So I am asking you a question. Please tell me one thing in your opinion which gives very good happiness to an individual. It can be anything, water, food, whatever you want, you type. I will just examine the answers that you have. Sleep, lovely. Beauty sleep is very important. Eating food you like, yes. Baby smile, wow. That is a very interesting concept. What gives you happiness? Please give me that word. Please give me that word. I'm giving you again a very scientific information which can change your life. Peace, chocolates. I saw somewhere goals or purposes. I'll come to that. That is also important. Yes, laughter, parents smile, cakes. Okay. I will tell you what is the secret sauce of happiness. It is not my research. It is not that psychiatrist's research. It is a research finding which has come through after in-depth analysis of case studies, as well as the causes of suicide and various types of situations which cause unhappiness in an individual. I will type the message, what actually causes happiness in an individual, and then you tell me whether you have to type it. Okay, so I am typing in capital letters. You have to type it. I have typed. You type it because I want to know whether you have typed. Yeah, you got the message. Exactly. He was talking about the importance of relationships, the ability to manage relationships. It is not money. It is not even the food. It is not even any other kind of thing that causes happiness in an individual. Psychiatrists have gone in depth and studied the various factors, and they have found 2 things which are important. This is an important lesson to all the attendees. Please photocopy it and write it in your mind. One is relationship, and second is a sense of purpose. You should have goals in life and goals for the day. If you are aimless, you will be empty, you will be bored, and that will lead to unhappiness. So please understand, relationship is a key factor for your happiness in your life. And relationship is directly correlated to communication. So communication is the ability to give a message from the sender to the recipient. So I am the sender here, you are all the recipients, and you are embracing the relationship messaging that I am giving you. I am representing to you certain messages, and this transfer of message from the sender to the recipient is called as communication. Communication happens constantly. In fact, when a child is born, the first thing that it does, it wails loudly for the mother's milk. So that is communication. That wailing itself is a communication. Communication is a constant thing. Your ability to communicate critically, appropriately, will contribute to relationship management, and relationships will give you the happiness. It will give you money, it will give you food, it will give you all other factors, but the core of everything is your relationship. So understand how to manage the relationship with your peers, juniors, seniors, and everybody else. The most important aspect in managing the relationship is the ability to have emotional agility. That is the first characteristic. Emotional agility will lead you to the behavior of delivering a genuine Duchenne smile. Emotional agility gives you the capacity to deliver an appropriate smile, to deliver a Duchenne smile, to have that authenticity. Once you are found to be genuine, once you are able to deliver a genuine smile, that starts the basis of a very good relationship. And that will happen when you are having empathy. Empathy is the ability to visualize what the other individual is thinking, feeling, based on which you will be able to communicate appropriately, select the right emotion, and then dress it in words. Because remember, thought and emotion is internal, word is external. Once the word is uttered, you can't grab back the word. The word has been uttered, it will go and create the impact. So you have to be very conscious that discriminating quality should be here for choosing the right and the appropriate word in a circumstance. And the way you deliver the word, the tonal quality of your voice is critical to ensure that you will be able to generate an excellent impact on the recipient. So communication starts with the smile, and you are having emotional agility to deliver a genuine smile, and you are using the right tonal quality and the appropriate word to construct the right sentence. The right phrases are being used, and when you are delivering it with the right tonal quality, you will be able to create good impact on the listener. Think of Lalu Prasad Yadav. Even with his rustic blend of Hindi, he was able to create high impact because of his tonal quality. Think of Amitabh Bachchan, the tonal quality. Many of the arguments and fights occur not because of the word, but because of how the word is uttered. So please be careful on how you are going to counsel the patient, how you are going to talk to your peers and your seniors. That creates the impact. Choose the appropriate word and the tonal quality. When it comes to the tonal quality, I will type 2-3 words which I will describe to you shortly, and you have to focus on that. Okay. So please retype it. Then I will explain these 3 because that determines the tonal quality of your life, of your word. Tonal quality is critical. So please type pitch, pace, and pause. Very good. Please type it. It's a way of learning. Pitch, pace, and pause. These are the 3 P's. Never forget it. The pitch, you can either talk in a high pitch, you can talk in a low pitch. You should know, you should moderate which particular pitch of the voice I have to use to message to a particular situation. Sometimes you may have to be having an authoritative pitch. Otherwise, that situation will not be in control. Imagine a policeman talking meekly to a David, please don't come into the queue, don't spoil the queue, etc. Is he going to? Are you going to listen? You will not listen. The pitch, pace, and pause is important. If he is firm, if he is able to authoritatively declare with the right pitch, the impact will be different. But that same concept is not to be applied in different situations. You can talk in a commanding tone to your friends. He may take affront with that. You should never underestimate the tone's impact. The tone creates the worst impact. It is not the word which you are speaking. Many a times, you may have seen mothers talking to their children. They will be using some sort of a bad word also. They will say, oh, what a lovely, you look so much like an idiot or something like that they will be using. But that word is not hurting the child. Why? Because the tonal quality of the voice is loving. So you please understand the pitch, the pace, the pause whenever you are talking an important statement. Now, I'm going to ask you to give a small pause. Metformin. Metformin is an anti-diabetic drug. You got to take this before food. And this will help reduce the blood sugar as well as improves the liver functioning so that there will be decreased blood sugar concentration in the blood compartment of your body. So glycosylation reactions between the glucose and hemoglobin and other proteins will not take place. Look at the way I'm using the pitch, the pace, the pause. It is very essential for you to practice it. You close your room, take a newspaper, and read the news about Ukraine or whichever type of news you like, and determine, record it in your mobile. Today you can record your voice in your mobile. Whatever you speak can be recorded and played back. You will be surprised what are all the types of mistakes you are making. You may be repeating a word which is highly irritable. Like, for example, there are people who will say, ama, ama, ama. It is a subconscious behavior. Or there is a, you see, I've got a colleague. You see, you see, you see. I mean, you have to do it. You see, you have to do it like this. See, you see, you see, you see, you see. We are drowned in that you see. He's made it a bad habit of rendering UCs in all his conversations. As a result, in any meeting, he's not encouraged to talk. It is a very, very bad trait in him, and he has to work on that. Please understand, if your pitch, the pace, the pause is correct, the tone of your voice, the voice modulation is appropriate. When the voice modulation is appropriate, the impact is humongous. It creates the right impact. When you are addressing a large audience, or you are referencing to a small group of people, or you are talking to one of the peers or the seniors, please understand, assimilation of the knowledge and driving home the point can happen only with the appropriate voice modulation. The three parts of a good voice modulation is the pitch, the pace, the pause. So when you are having a control over your pitch, the pace, the pause, the choice of your words, the empathy, the emotional agility, ability to smile genuinely, imagine what is the tremendous impact it has got. So I am going to type certain words. You have to retype it. Okay. So I am typing certain words. You have to retype it, because that is the way you are going to learn. It will take a little time. So you please try to recollect whatever I have been telling, because this is the concept that I'm driving home to you, because you need to have the emotional agility. You have to know which word to use, for which empathy is required. And you need to have an authentic Duchenne smile. If you have this Duchenne smile, it creates a tremendous impact in the way you are rendering. Tone of voice is critical for your success. Please understand, it is not the marks that count, it is also the remarks that count. We are always conditioned to thinking we need marks 90%, 100%, 93%. It is not just the marks that count, it is the remarks that count also. So please understand these concepts. So I have been talking about the importance of Duchenne smile, emotional agility, ability to deliver a genuine smile, and the tonal quality of your voice, because of which the pitch, the pace, and the pause is correctly determined, and you are able to choose the appropriate emotion. Appropriate emotion. Okay, so I have typed certain words. You have to retype it, please. All of you have to retype it. So if you are retyping it, it is a way of reiterating that information. Please understand, all these are game changer ideas that I have given to you. And these are all based on scientific facts. And remember, happiness comes only through relationship management, and relationship management's core is communication. The ability of the sender to correctly send the message to the recipients. So that is the communication process. It is a very vast subject. I have touched only on one or two aspects, such as the voice modulation, as well as the tonal quality, which is related to voice modulation. Thank you, Sanket. Your first, Rutuja. Thank you very much. It's very important that you type all these, because these are the items that will change your complete approach to life. Approach to life means the kind of emotions you have, the kind of words you utter, the way you represent yourself, and the way your ability is to deliver the message. It is a very important aspect. So from tomorrow onwards, will you start emotional agility and sporting a Duchenne smile? If you agree with me and that you are going to sport a Duchenne smile, please type yes. Please type yes if you are going to sport a Duchenne smile, because that is a game changer. Please understand, there are people who have developed a fantastic life. Please don't think that only the first rank person is going to have a good life. Out of 60 students in a class, please understand, only one student is going to get the first rank. You mean to say 59 students are going to go down and become waste matter? It is the most silliest thinking. In fact, this ranking system itself is silly. First rank is a matter of intelligence and luck. They say success happens when preparation meets opportunity. So the person who is well prepared with very good communication skills and he gets an opportunity to express it, it is going to create a bombastic and a fantastic impact on the recipients, and it will be a life-changing experience to all these people. So that is the impact of communication. Just imagine a person saying, paracetamol, don't take on empty stomach. And another person says, paracetamol, never take on empty stomach. Irritates the stomach and you may vomit. Imagine a person says, paracetamol, empty stomach, vomit. Which is effective? Effective is that with good pitch, pace, and pause, with a genuine smile, and with the right expressions, the good words that you have to use. So it is 8:27. There are many other facets of communication which I have not been able to touch on because this is a very longish chapter. So, did you enjoy today's session and was it important for you? If it was important and you enjoyed, please type yes. If no, you type no. Then I will self correct. So, most of you are saying you have enjoyed the session. Most of you are saying yes, that it was found appropriate and useful to you. Thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed it as I have enjoyed delivering this session. And I wish you all the very best. I express my gratitude to Rajeshwari, and I also thank uh, our Dr. Karthik sir, who is a very close friend of mine, who asked me to present this session today. Thank you so much. Now over to Rajeshwari.
Thank you, sir. It was a great session. We truly enjoyed the session and learned